From the Ugly Parrot Studios in Newcastle, California, the Loomis Cigar Cartel presents Beyond the Humidor, a cigar podcast for the rest of us. Hey everybody, welcome back. Scott Robinson with you here on Beyond the Humidor with another installment of us smoking cigars, talking crap, and having a good time. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to the gents who are beside me here. How you doing there, Greg?
Can't complain by the 405 freeway in
El Segundo, California.
Waha!
Wow.
Why are you guys trying to confuse everybody? That's Southern California.
Yeah,
It'd be more off
Most
the
of them
80.
don't even know what that is. As far as they're concerned, California is California.
Yeah,
we're all
true.
communists out here for most of these people.
Pretty much. So to answer your question, I can't complain. It's Friday. We all made it through another work week. Nobody died
Hell, that's good.
this week. But other than that, how about you, man?
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks, but we're cruising through. This is our power through time from here to the end of the year. So it's just 40 speeds forward from here on out. But
Amen to that.
we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, but the light's a frickin' train.
Yeah, but it's parked right now.
We should probably mention, we're not, aside from the intro, welcome to Larry's office.
Yeah, we're about 60 feet from a major thoroughfare on the other side of this door here, in a building that was built in 1936. So it's not real airtight and not real quiet. Sorry, but this is what we get for recording on a Friday afternoon instead of a Saturday morning.
We'll explain why a little later.
Yep.
But let's go ahead and get into just jump in. Let's talk about the cigar of the month.
Or cigars in this case.
Exactly. And we are smoking some stuff off the Tatuaje line. Being that it's October and it's Halloween, we decided to start pick up the Skinny Monster out of Tatuaje.
Tatuaje. Jesus, he can't pronounce Criollo, he can't pronounce Nicaragua, now it's Tatuaje.
I don't know why you keep letting him try.
I know. So, Pete, we apologize. When you come and join us on the show, I'll leave him out.
Woo! And the hits just keep on coming.
Now, see, the classy thing would have been said, we're going to sit him down and teach him with little flashcards.
How long have you known me? Classy's not in my vocabulary.
There we go. Right on the other side of the camera, we got Tatuaje.
Tatuaje. Is everyone happy now?
No.
You weren't born unhappy. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
it's probably the hairline.
So, that started running away early. So Scott, I know that there's like 9 or 10 different Tatuajes in the Skinny Monster line. There's a lot of them, and Pete keeps adding to them.
Right, he does one every year. I myself, I'm smoking the Drac, which came out in 2009. It was really glorious getting it out of my humidor, and it was in cello, and the cello was just dark.
Oh, that's fantastic.
As it just sat there and aged.
Yeah. And I know their last year's release was the Karloff, which I don't know if either of you two smoked it, but it was wonderful.
I have not.
And the series keeps expanding. It started with the Frank, and then there was the Bride of Frankenstein. There was which was the Bride. Then there was the Drac, the Chuck, the Face.
That's what I got right here is a face, a Mexican San Andreas. I'm looking at their description here on the website. I'm not really getting the milk chocolate. Definitely the oak and the pepper for sure. And I'm not, this is a 6, these are all 6x38 cigars, which is not typically my wheelhouse ring gauge wise. But man, I'll tell you what, I've been on this a little bit longer than I lit up right when I closed up shop. So I've been on this one a little longer than these two guys. And man, I like this cigar a lot. I'm getting a lot of flavor out of it, a lot of draw, and I did a very, very minimal cut on this. And this is a great stick. I'm real happy with it.
Well, doing the Drac, it's Habano, Ecuador, Maduro, wrapper-wise, and the rest of it is Nicaraguan. binder, filler. And it's pretty good. I mean, you mentioned the notes of chocolate. I'm getting a little bit of chocolate off of this, just very subtle.
Okay.
I noticed, and to get to what I've got, because these two have Lanceros. So the new release, I sound like I'm echoing something awful.
You're not.
You're not.
You're
It
good.
feels
man.
good over here.
So, still getting used to these wireless mics, and I am a little bit incompetent, so bear with me.
A little.
Listen, Honduran.
You set that one up.
So,
Don't blame me.
Too true. So the new release for the Skinny Monster series is a little bit of an odd one this year. As you can see, these two are smoking Lanceros, and I've got a freaking full-size Churchill. So this is the Frank Redux 1. It's a renewed return of the Frank cigar. The first one was, of course, in a Lancero. This one is not.
Forgive me 1 second. Did you just say Redux?
That's what the cigar is called.
Redo. It's French.
Oh, redo. I'm not French, I'm English.
And therein lies the problem.
So redo, redux, redo, whatever. Sorry, Pete. I don't have to be on the program either. It'll just be you and Larry.
Yeah, I'm sure Pete will love that. Buckle up, Pete.
So the interesting thing about this version of the Frank, it is a Maduroed Connecticut broadleaf
Okay.
wrapper. Nicaraguan binder and filler. It's a 7 5/8 by 49, so it's considerably larger than
Oh,
the
yeah,
others.
absolutely.
It is box pressed.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
It's listed as a double Corona, and I would tend to. It's a little bit small for double Corona, but that's fine. Its size is subjective. But
Aren't they all?
yes. So what I like is, we were talking about this in the lounge yesterday with Dutch, because he was smoking it when I was doing the research smoke for the show.
Okay.
And it's just a good solid Maduro. You don't have the pepper forward that you would expect from Dominican tobacco because of the Nicaraguan. So it's smooth. It's got an undertone of creaminess with that Connecticut broadleaf that's been Maduroed. All in all, it's just a good quality Maduro. It's what I look for in a Maduro because I'm not into full bodied for the most part. So
Yeah.
it's perfect.
So hey, here's a neat tidbit. I'm scrolling around trying to find different reviews on this face that I'm smoking, and I clicked on another review from a cigar periodical that will remain nameless. The last one I read said oak and black pepper. This is the exact same cigar, same ring gauge, same everything. Caramel and hickory. This is what cracks me up about this. It is what it is to you.
Yeah.
And that's why I typically don't read reviews on stuff that I'm going to smoke unless we're going to talk about it. Then I want to see kind of what's going on. But if I just pick something up out of out of the shop, or somebody gives me a cigar, I don't typically look it up too much because I want to get my own opinion of it.
Yeah.
And I don't get hickory, caramel at all out of this. So I mean, it's whatever, I guess.
Well, yeah, the flavor profile for the Drac is black pepper, earth, chocolate, and a slight Maduro sweetness. I'm getting the hints of chocolate and maybe a little bit of pepper, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But still a good flavor profile. And of course, drinking my drink today, it's an 805 beer.
Well, and we talked about this on a podcast way back when in the beginning of this series. Reviews are subjective.
Yeah. Well, and
So-
everybody's got an opinion, and a cigar is going to hit you different.
Right.
Depending on, if it's the first thing in the morning, if it's, the end of the day, have you had a meal? What did you have? I mean, there's so many variables. But, yeah, it's just, what I look for really is, how's the draw on it? Are you getting a good amount of smoke? And that's typically how I break it down. If it's got a good,
Right.
full-bodied, this is kind of, I guess the face is supposed to be more of a medium to dark. I wouldn't give it that. I would give it maybe
Yeah.
a light to medium. To me, this is right at medium. There's no dark to it, in my opinion. But yeah, I would definitely pull some more of these. This is a great stick, and I'm looking forward to smoking that one. Greg gave me one of these, but I already had this fired up and going. So,
It's a good cigar, and if I like a Maduro, it's good for me.
Right on. Well, let's just get into it. Reason why we're recording on a Friday versus Saturday morning is we are going to be going to a memorial tomorrow for a fallen friend of ours. And I'm going to let you take this over a little bit, my friend.
Oh, we're not playing any Sarah McLachlan? I should have been on the ball, huh?
No.
Wow.
No, that's for animals.
Oh. Well, it could work.
no.
It's Craig.
No.
So, the long story short, folks, not to drag this out into a long story, is Craig Stevens has been a friend of ours, the three of us, since as long as I can remember going to the lounge.
Yeah.
He was a regular smoker at the lounge. We did a lot of parties at his place, excellent barbecuer, poker groups, things like that. And he's a longtime supporter of the show as well. And he passed away, sadly, on the 27th of September from complications from COVID at 36 years old. So we just want to take a few minutes and talk about Craig. And I was thinking about what I was going to talk about for the memorial service tomorrow.
Right.
And, everybody's going to say the general excellent father, which he was, great friend, good human being, things like that. But it's a celebration of life. And funerals, of course, are for the living. So I think there should be some humor in this.
I got one for you. He was a hell of a chicken chaser.
Wait, what?
Wait, okay.
Well,
now,
okay.
Wait a minute.
Gotcha. So,
Chicken
I don't know.
Chaser.
Hold on, I'm going to explain chicken chaser.
I'm waiting.
So about 3 years ago, maybe even a little longer, Craig's parents' house, they had a big, giant, enclosed chicken coop, covered run. You guys remember seeing that?
Yes, okay.
Okay,
Yes.
So mom was tired of dealing with the chickens, and Craig had posted something or it said something. I think he put something on Facebook and then said something in the lounge about, they didn't know what they were going to do with these chickens. So my wife and I'm like, hey man, we'll rehome those chickens for you, my brother. So we roll over there with 2 dog crates one morning, and now these are in a contained space, right? You go in, you close the door, these things can't get out. But this is like a 16 by 24 foot contained space.
It's a coop.
Yeah. Holy
It's not a coop, it's a McMansion.
Yeah. Hey, if we'd have been filming this, we could have retired. Because he and I, Sherry's in there. She's got the dog crate thing, and I don't remember. There was quite a few of them. I mean, we got quite a few of these chickens, and the more there are, the easier it is to grab one going by. You know what I'm saying? But when you got down the last 2, whew. It was like boot camp, man, and chasing these things around. So that I will never forget that. And Craig, we get done, and he's like, "Man, that really sucked." I'm like, "Yeah, but look at the bright side. You don't ever have to do this again." True. He's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about tearing this down." So.
Well, there were 2 things. Craig was my hunting buddy for years. There's your compressor we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He was my hunting buddy for about 7 years. And there's 2 things to know about Craig and hunting. 1.
He was better at it than you?
No, he was just as bad at it as I was. Only thing he shot is a turkey. I shot plenty of those. So, 1, do not occupy a small 2-man tent with Craig after a meal. And I'm not talking just beans, any freaking meal. Man just about drove me out of the tent. 2nd.
You're not going to tell this story at the memorial, are you?
Not that one, no.
Okay. Whew.
2nd. I have a 3rd one I'll tell in a little bit here, but 2nd one, okay? This was Craig's idea of hunting, okay? He and I are sitting on a ridgetop. If I'm Craig, I'm on the I'm on the other side of the tree facing that way watching the other ridge, and he's on this side. Well, he's got his gun laid across his lap, His head's down, his arms are crossed, and he's sound asleep.
Waiting for him to get closer?
There was nothing to wait for, but he's sound asleep, right? That's how he deer hunts. He snores. This is why we never shot nothing.
Yeah, that's why.
that's
So I
Because
decided.
Scott and I didn't come out there with a plastic lawn ornament. That's why you didn't
Yes.
shoot nothing.
So I decided, okay, let's wake him up.
Uh-oh.
oh shoot.
So I decide, I pull up my rifle, I bolt chamber around, and I fire off a freaking round out of my 270 and wake the gods and Craig. He came up out of that sleep like somebody kicked him.
I still remember the time he came into the lounge. He had just got his back worked on. And so he's in a back brace and barely, hardly moving. Anything he does, like breathe, causes pain. Now, that's a trooper. He comes to Cigar Lounge in pain.
Yeah, doing the Frankenstein walk in that back brace, too,
Oh, yeah.
man.
With a cane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, being the kind friends that we are, we're trying to...
Let me qualify this for just a second. He said, don't do this or this will happen.
That's true. So, don't make me laugh. So, of course, what do? We start telling jokes.
You had some of the best ones that night.
And I probably cannot repeat them here.
No.
I will just say this. At the end of the joke, which was, God damn, that bitch could drive. He was laughing so hard. I mean, have you ever seen somebody laughing so hard and in so much pain at the same time?
Yeah, I have now.
And he was a fellow Harley rider, so once or twice we got together and, did a few short rides on a nice, clean, crisp, sunny Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then, when he became a dad, didn't get a chance to, and I still regret that.
Yeah, but fatherhood changes things. You
Oh,
have
absolutely.
less time for other pursuits, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And the very first time that he and my buddy Roy joined me for deer camp. Now Scott will tell you because he got the same speech. I explained to everybody that you better prepare for the worst, and hopefully we have good weather. We didn't have good weather. So those two, Craig and...
Is this when they drove to Cabela's to buy, gear?
Yeah. So they spend the night. It's raining. It's cold. It actually dropped to 17 degrees that night. It started snowing up at the top and was raining where we were at.
Jeez.
And so Roy and Craig didn't sleep a wink because they weren't prepared. So we all bundle into the car and we go out over to Reno, which is only 45 minutes from deer camp, into Cabela's, and they buy some more equipment and we come back. On the way back, we stop at a restaurant that you have dined at.
Oh.
You have not.
That's a bad idea, brother.
We stop at Taco Jalisco up in Truckee. Now, mind you,
Oh, I know where that is, yeah.
yeah, the food is off the hook. Good food. When you're in a campsite
It's Mexican food.
that is not really a campsite, so if you want a throne, you better bring it with you. And you're the last person in that throne after Mexican food the next day, Craig suffered horribly. And we thought it was hysterical. I can't tell that one at the funeral either.
No.
I want to, but
I would
can't.
suggest not.
Mm-hmm. But I for one miss him a lot. Larry and I were together. We were doing a a charity golf tournament that morning when we got the news, and it kind of took the wind out of our sails for a couple hours. But
Yeah, it definitely changed the whole mood of the morning. That's for sure. And no, Greg. He was a solid dude all the way
Yeah, he
around.
was.
One of those people when you walk in the cigar shop and he's one of the guys sitting there, it's going to be a good evening.
Oh, yeah.
And
Most definitely.
it's
not to mention when he calls up and says, "Hey, I'm having a barbecue next weekend."
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That cat could barbecue.
yep.
That cat gave Pat run for his money on our previous show, Cigars
Oh,
and
yeah.
Q.
Yep. No, definitely going to be missed, and
It's a hard loss, man.
yeah, it is, and it's just, he's a young guy, man. I mean, it's just you don't think about that and until it happens, and it's just like, Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and the kick in the nuts is I think yesterday was his 3-year wedding anniversary.
Yesterday was his 3-year wedding anniversary, yes.
And we were all there.
Yeah.
So.
That's what got me is the picture of Craig and I in our suits.
Yeah.
Not my brother Craig, not Craig. Because Craig Stevens' suit was way nicer than mine. Way nicer. He had a custom-made suit for his wedding.
Taylor did a lot different.
Well, of course.
It was beautiful.
It wasn't bell-bottom.
No. Mine has to be bell-bottom. I'm fat.
Whoo.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So that's our tomorrow morning, and we're going to go and, pay our respects to a friend and to his family and move forward to life.
Yeah.
Because that's what you got to do.
The big blue marble keeps on turning, baby.
Yep. And then go have some lunch and talk more shit about Craig.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah. So probably it would not be apropos of me to tell that joke that made him laugh hysterically at his service.
No, that's probably not a good one either.
Not at the funeral, no.
Okay, just to let you guys know, I don't intend on going anywhere. Almost a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking that maybe I was. But, when I kick the bucket, whenever that is, you guys can be as inappropriate as you'd like.
Don't worry.
We will. But you also have to realize, Larry and I have somebody to answer to higher than you.
That's true, but I don't think she'd mind.
Hopefully not.
He says with a grin.
They'll bury you and I next to
Yeah,
Scott when we're
they're
done.
plotting our death over there. Yeah.
Well,
That's awfully nice of you, Scotty.
No, that's okay. I'm going to have a little envelope to have someone read it when you tell it and go, gotcha, bitch! My last dig from the grave.
Well, are you going to be buried or cremated?
Wow.
Okay, not to be morbid, but this is a funny story. So, Tiny Wife and I have had this discussion. She is cremate me, and, I was like thinking, okay,
Need a lot fewer pallbearers.
she's
saying.
5'2". I can carry her to Slurpee.
No, man, not her, you.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, and it's stupid. But it's like, I don't want to get burned up. What if I'm in the box and I'm not dead and I'm like, I'm not dead?
Then it's going to be a short trip. I can't even complete that statement. No!
Ooh.
You know where I was going.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Anyway,
I just think it'd be damn funny. Bringing a coffin in. You got like 8 guys, 4 on each side, and then the Home Depot flatbed orange cart holding the back end of the coffin as it rolls in with that one wonky wheel, like the grocery cart.
I'm not that freaking big.
Well, if he gets cremated, we'll make sure Sue gives us a small portion. We'll have our friend Scotty Cameron make us some shotgun shells with his ashes in it so we can take him out and have one last blast.
There we go.
Okay. I'll deal with
I want
that.
to go. No, man. I'm taking my part of the ashes up to that glass shop in Reno. I'm going to have them make it into a shot glass.
There you go.
We're going to have a blast every time, brother.
Russian standard.
Ooh, yeah.
Russian standard glass.
Yeah, I've been pretty much personified as the company drunk, so...
That's what we're going to put your ashes in, is a Russian standard bottle.
There you go.
Here you are, Sue. Put that on the counter.
Oh, don't drink that one. Give it a shake every now and then, but don't drink it.
It's a great meat rub.
You people suck.
We're aware. Whoo.
Oh, man.
All right, well, I'm pretty sure that went full circle.
Yeah, it pretty much did.
Man.
But to answer your question, the short trip to Grandma's house is, I'll probably be cremated.
Yeah.
But something funny came out of that when Sue and I were talking about it. I was like, okay, yeah, because she was like, well, you know what, we have to write down what our plans are when we kick the bucket. I said, I already know the plan for you is. And she's like, what? You've said it 20 million times. Cremate it, and you either want me to take you out to Newport Beach, California, or by the gazebo and let the ashes out, or go to Italy and, put the ashes out. And she says, well, don't take your new girlfriend with you. And I looked at her, it's like, what kind of monster do I look like? It's like,
The guy that would take his new girlfriend to Italy with some ashes in his carry-on bag.
Yep.
That's the kind of monster you look like, my brother.
Just the thought of that. Hey, baby.
Sorry, Sue.
Hey, baby, we're going to go out to Italy. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, we're going to go, take the ashes of my dead wife and, put them out in the field somewhere in Italy or, off the Amalfi Coast.
Or right next to the plane, we're getting off. I couldn't even get that out.
Sweetie, I will not do that. Truly, I will not do that. Gene
Yeah, 70-30.
No. Gene and I will take your ashes to Newport Beach and we'll let them out on the coast.
Whoa, stop a minute. Who?
Her best friend, Jean.
All right, good save.
Mary Jean.
All right. Whew.
No. What kind of monster do I look like?
I don't know. What are our options?
Yeah.
You got flashcards? What are we talking about here? All right, so, excuse me. I got a couple quick shout outs I want to run.
Actually, so do I. So please continue.
Okay. I took last Friday off. We did a 3-day weekend. Went down to North San Diego County. That's where I grew up, and we land right at a little place on the Strand, right across from the ocean. And this is the first time in about 3 or 4 trips down there that I was able to park close enough that I felt I could walk that distance without having a heart attack to Cigar Grotto. Greg and Dee Dee down there, I want to throw a shout out to them. They've had that place, I think we're coming up on 23 years now. They're right on Coast Highway. It's a neat little place. They got a smaller walk-in humidor than what we're used to here at our local lounge, but he's got a great selection and they're great people. Greg's not, he wasn't too excited about doing a call-in, but he's pretty sure Dee Dee will call in and talk to us.
Right on.
So when we walked out of that place, and I didn't think about mentioning this until I started talking about Cigar Grotto. Literally across Coast Highway from Cigar Grotto is a Louisiana Southern barbecue place.
Yeah.
And it is a rough-looking little, hole-in-the-wall bar that does barbecue that's called That Boy Good. I don't know how you get any more southern Louisiana than that. But we go in there and there's stuff all over the walls and there's Saints, New Orleans Saints stuff, and they're playing, the blues, that Delta blues music. And,
Oh, yeah.
And we had a couple appetizers. The stuff was off the hook. They got beers on tap. They got a full bar. But backing up a day to Friday when we got into town, we stopped at a place on Coast Highway that's called Pacific Coast Spirits. Ashley, shout out to Ashley, who was behind the bar, kind of gave us the whole rundown. It is a micro distillery. They distill right there on site, right on Coast Highway, and they make some incredible craft drinks with their own distilled products. And it was an awesome. We had an appetizer there. Food was great. The staff was great. We had a great time there. It's definitely someplace we're going to go back to.
Yeah, and I know you were telling me about it, and that wasn't going to be where you had dinner, but you hit those appetizers.
No, man, yeah, because this was like mid-afternoon. We were just going to throw down an appetizer and then, see about what we're going to do for dinner.
Right.
And we ordered catfish and popcorn shrimp, and it was all what the two of us could do to get through those 2 appetizers. We were stuffed when we left that place, and the food was amazing, man. So they got 2 locations in Oceanside. That Boy Good. This one was right on Pacific Coast Highway, right by Mission. So yeah, it was really good. It's weird going down there now because I've been gone for so long. They've changed so many things. Per capita, San Diego County, what one of the craft beer places was telling me is they have more craft breweries in San Diego County than just about anywhere else in the country. They're number 3.
Wow.
For craft breweries, and they're just everywhere. And there's some great places. You got Belching Beaver out in Vista that we were at the last time around.
Okay.
But yeah, if if you ever end up, down there for a business trip, you're going to be down there for a couple days. Just get on Google and start looking around, because there's some great places. There's some great restaurants and some, a lot of cool stuff you can do down there. Even though there's like 28 million people, and there's no place to park, but we had a good time either way.
Nice, nice.
Well, Camera Monkey, have we shifted over to me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
So I got two shout outs for you. One you've heard before, but Josh is a great friend of mine, and will become both of yours when we head up there. Are we taking the Camera Monkey when we do that?
Possibly.
Okay.
To the vault in Idaho, my
Trip
friend.
to Idaho.
Are you allowed to leave the state?
That ankle monitor might be a problem.
No.
So anyway,
No ankle monitor, or no, you can't leave the state?
Delete episode. Delete episode.
so Josh runs the vault. You've heard this before. It's in Meridian, Idaho. It is the best, hands down, cigar lounge in Idaho. Not that there's many, but thank God he's there. Full bar. Sarah, the bartender back there, is a great mixologist, and his humidor is truly boutique. Come visit.
Stop. Do not use the term mixologist, you frickin' liberal.
Do you
Remember,
think,
he is a bartender.
Back up. I will use whatever term she tells me to use, because she makes my drinks.
I was talking to Tommy today, our #1 fan, and he had mentioned that she actually has a degree in mixology as a bartender.
I'm done.
No.
I'm done.
I'm asking your expertise, Lawrence.
Unless she's got one crooked tooth from getting punched in the mouth, she ain't a bartender. I mean, I haven't met this girl. Mixology, maybe that's something new. I'm old. Degree in mixology. Back in 30 years ago, man, I was doing this. Back in my day, if you had a degree in mixology, that means you woke up on the bar one morning after your shift. If that, and by that definition, I've got a master's. So, no, I mean, hey, I'll drink any place somebody's pouring. I ain't scared.
Well, and we'll be up there. It's funny. Josh is like, I don't know what you want me on the show for. I'm like, dude, you're cool. You got stories that we've never heard before, so tell us some stories, Josh. But when you're traveling through Meridian, Idaho, check out Josh. He was kind enough to put our advertising on his advertising board up there, and I advertise for him on this program. So second shout out is a group on Facebook in 19,000 plus members right now. It is the Not Gentlemanly Cigar Group. They are a lot of fun. I talked to their founder, Chris Laporte, the other day, asked him, hey, is it okay if I post the podcast link on your Facebook profile? And he's like, yeah, absolutely, go for it. I love when people that are creating cigar-based anything put their stuff up on my group, so please feel free. And if you have not checked that group out, check them out. It's a bunch of dudes that are literally just like us. That's one of the reasons I reached out to them. It's blue-collar workers. Yeah, right, blue-collar. Shut up, white-collar. Anyway, whatever. It's guys like us. So, Scott.
Awkward silence.
What else you got? But check out that group and join. It's pretty cool. What are you looking
You
at?
don't have a 2x4 anywhere on there, do you?
No. I'm just looking at his pedicure. God. Blue collar.
Blue collar, mixology. What happened to you,
The closest thing
man?
you've seen to blue collar is that collar on that shirt. Yeah.
Well, what are we then?
Who?
Us.
Do we want to do?
I'm a corporate wage slave, so
Well, so am I, technically.
I'm just carrying the ball for the man here. Your governor, Gavin Newsom. Just doing what little I can, Governor. Still shaking that bush, boss. Still shaking that bush. Any of y'all that are in California, have heard about California, will understand what that means. About every 15 minutes, this governor does something stupid, makes the rest of us look foolish. I got people from out of state texting me, "What y'all doing now?" Shut up, leave me alone.
oh yeah, you're an evil business owner.
Yeah.
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 You need to pay your fair share, sir.
Yeah, I'm part of the capitalist machine. So, yeah. Oh well. I'm okay with it. I figure as long as one of us is reasonable. Hey, we gotta back up for a second. Sarah, right, at the vault?
Yes.
Okay, Sarah, I know you're probably gonna listen to this. Don't take any of this personally. I'm an asshole to everybody. You either get used to it or you don't. But if you've been in the business a while, I'm probably like middle of the road for assholes, typically in the bar business. So, you know, I look forward to meeting you. And yeah, I'm like I said, if you're pouring, I'm drinking. So let's do this.
I don't even need to say that.
Yeah, well,
We'll make sure, I've got enough mics. We'll make sure that when we do the episode that we get her on too.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Yeah.
We got to arrange that sooner rather than later.
As long as we can get up there, as long as we get a clear weekend, the road's not bad even in the winter. It's just we can't go when there's going to be a storm coming.
Right.
Yeah, we can't get over the mountain.
Yeah.
Scott, how you doing on that, man?
Pretty good. You know, with some of these smaller gauges, I hesitate sometimes because sometimes the tobacco gets so hot on the end, you know, when you're coming down to the end,
Yeah.
where it changes the, you know, flavor of it to the point where, and this is not the case in this Tatuaje. Is that okay?
It only gets hot if you hotbox the cigar and smoke it in 30 minutes.
3 words for you. Fuck you, Greg.
Woo! And the hits just keep
How's
on
that?
coming. Yeah. Hot box that, bitch.
So, you were saying?
As I was saying, Gregory,
Before he was so rudely interrupted by Sir Charles of Gregg.
I like that.
We're gonna put that on the shirt.
yeah,
Okay.
go watch BritBox.
Yeah, I totally screwed up his Christmas gift this year because I bought my own subscription.
Anyway, as I'm coming towards the end of this cigar, I'm still getting a lot of good flavor to it. I'm still getting a subtle chocolate. It's not burning too hot, and it's still pretty pleasant. I wouldn't say it's consistent. A little bit of profile changes as far as the chocolate notes go. I'm getting a little bit more of it. Less pepper though, which is weird.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be more pepper. It's not as oaky, but you can see what I got left here, and it's already getting hot. So, and that's my problem with smaller ring gauge cigars too. Is, you know, I like that you get a lot of flavor out of them, but you seem like you're tossing, you know, a decent amount of cigar too. Because I don't smoke them when they get too hot. I'll do probably 4 or 5 more draws off of this, and then that's it. It's got to go.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think too is the differences between everybody's palate and what they like. Because I usually prefer a smaller ring gauge, but you're absolutely right.
Well, and you're not typically smoking a smaller ring gauge right down to here either, are you? I mean, you
Usually
get.
I get it to where I can just barely hold on to it.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that far on this.
But-
That's why I didn't take the band off, because I don't think I'm going to get to the band.
No, there's no way I'm getting to the band on this one. I'll probably do about another inch.
And that's
Inch and a
nothing,
quarter.
you know, and that's nothing against the cigar.
Oh,
You know,
hell
it's-
no.
You know, this is still an incredible flavor. It's got a lot of flavor. It's just, you know, the size of it just is not conducive to smoking that thing down to your fingertips, for me personally at least.
Yeah.
And you know, I was not able to get the original Frank, so I don't have a comparison base between the old one and the new one. But I'm not even halfway through this thing yet, and it's consistent, smooth. It's not harsh. It's not bitter. You know, I'm with Larry at a certain point. I'm not a fan of the box press cigar because they're awkward. But shut up. But you know, it's one of those things where it's a consistent good smoke, and it's something that, you know, if you're into limited releases, because that's what the little monsters are. Certain ones like this one, the Karloff that was last year, it only is made in certain quantities. When they're gone, they're gone.
Well, yeah, they do one a year,
Yeah.
so.
Well, those, the Drac, the certain other ones, he continues to make and releases them every year on Halloween. But
Yeah.
Certain ones like these two, the Karloff, which was, of course, after Boris Karloff, the famous actor, those are one-time runs. And in fact, some friends of ours last year, Matt and Garrett on How About That Cigar.
Yeah.
If you go onto their page, shameless plug for you guys, go onto their website and you can look at the past episodes. You can actually go back to that episode where they interview Pete Johnson and talk about the Karloff. It was really neat to hear his process on how he decides on the flavor profiles to augment.
There we go.
That's a Harley.
Yep.
Oh, and not a shameless plug at all, guys. We'll expect a little something extra in our envelope this week.
Yes, we will.
Just saying.
But go check them out too. They're cool.
Good times, man. Good times.
Anything else we want to talk about?
I think we've about hit the nail on the head for
I
this
think
week.
so, but you know what? And you haven't seen it yet. I want to compare notes when you watch the new James Bond.
Okay.
We won't do that this episode, but
You realize it's going to be a while because I'm going to wait till it goes out of the theater.
So hey, I may be the last one to catch this train, but my youngest Pat has got me watching Yellowstone.
that's one I want to catch.
You're
Yeah.
not the last one because I haven't even
I
started.
haven't either, but
Okay.
I want to see it.
So yeah, he fired that up last week. I think we've done 3 episodes now. Yeah, don't plan on doing something else, around the house and have that on in the background. That's when you got to sit down, have a drink,
Focus on.
yeah, because it's a lot of information for an hour. But so far, I'm digging it. I like it. Give you some diversion. Did anybody watch Game 5 last night?
I watched part of it. I unfortunately had to work today. But I heard that there was a quite controversial call.
Yeah, the game ended on an umpire's call on whether it was a swing or not, and I thought it was a swing.
It was.
I know there's some people, that didn't think it was a swing. I am just disappointed that you have 209 game winning teams, and that's how that series was decided.
Well, you know what? I had heard something today, and big surprise, I'm actually going to comment on baseball right now. But the whole idea of the fact that it came up as a swing was because the batter broke his wrist.
And that is the definition
And
of a
that's
swing.
a swing.
Well, the other thing, too, to think about is when you're... Now, mind you, my experience in officiating baseball is Little League, not professional. But the rules are somewhat similar. When the wrist breaks, you've presented the bat. You also have to think about when you come around to your swing, if you're coming around, even if the bat stays, it doesn't present square to the plate. If your wrists are going over the bag, over home plate, and you're presenting into the plate, that's still
a
the way the
swing.
rules written can be interpreted as a swing. And that's where the controversy is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've seen the video. One of my coworkers who's been a guest on the show, Paul, is vehemently opposed to thinking I'm wrong and I think he's wrong, and cool, we agree on disagreeing, but you're absolutely right. That was not the way that series should have ended.
Yeah, just about anything else could have happened, and I think both sides, regardless of which way it went, would have been more comfortable with that. Props to the Dodgers. You guys had congratulations on moving on. The Giants, you guys had an awesome season. They got one of the best pitchers in baseball right now.
And he's a local guy.
Yeah, he played at Rockland High School right down the road here. I'm not a huge baseball guy. Excuse me. I grew up in San Diego, so
Let's face it, you root for the Padres. I can't even watch my team on TV, okay?
Yeah, they get bumped by hockey. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it was. We went and grabbed a sandwich last night. So one TV had had Game 5, one TV had Thursday night football, so I'm kind of bouncing back and forth, which is great for my ADD. So, yeah, it was a good time, and like I said, I look forward to seeing the NLCS. I think that'll be a good series. But
The real challenge, Pat Walsh and I were talking about at the lounge. He's ecstatic, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw him today, yeah.
Yeah. But he runs a pool. Every year he does a prediction program on his program.
you're doing pretty good in that, aren't you?
Everybody but Pat and I are out. And you know what the deciding factor is? Pat and I both took Atlanta and the Dodgers for the NL. It all comes down to whether my Red Sox can beat the Astros. If my Red Sox beat the Astros, he can hand me the freaking money because I win.
Huh.
So it's all going to come down to the ALCS.
Well, good for you.
I'm not an Astros fan, but I think I'm buying a hat. Oh.
Fuck
guy.
you, Larry.
How was that retro hail there, Scotty? Gotcha.
You did.
So, all right. That's all I got, man.
Yep. It's baseball. You know me. I got nothing.
True.
Knock yourself out.
Well, go Red Sox.
Good God.
Enjoy. Well, looks like the smoke's coming down to the nub and the beer bottle's empty, so I think it's about that time. I want to thank our audience out there, and on behalf of Larry and Greg and our camera monkey,
And the Harley that just went by.
I was just about to say to Harley behind me, thank you for listening. Check us out at Loomis Cigar Cartel. Check us out on YouTube. Like and share us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Don't be a stranger. Let us know you're out there. I'm Scott Robinson, and on behalf of all of us here at Beyond the Humidor, we look forward to chatting with you on the next episode. But until then, good drink, good smoke, and good life.